Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the MFJS 3x3 Bead cube. I bought this as soon as I saw it pop up in the cubicle. It looks like a fairly new cube and I haven't seen a whole lot of reviews on it, so I figured I'd buy it for myself and make one. Let's get right into the unboxing and I'll do a review on it as well. I'm by no means a professional unboxer, so pardon my lack of expertise. All right, here we have the cube itself. So it is the MFJS 3x3 Bead cube. You can actually hear the beads when you shake it, which is pretty funny. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. It's kind of like a tambourine, so it's a little musical instrument. I don't know if you can see that. There's something on the white face there. Looks like it might have got scuffed during making, but yep, we'll go ahead and unbox this. Found this stubby pencil is the nearest thing that would open this up. All right, definitely not your classic unboxing tool. I'll get the job done. All right, let's throw this over here. Ooh, shake the cube, you see those balls actually turn a little bit. All right, so here we have the cube. Just open it up. That little tab. All right, yeah, so this does have, I'm not sure what that is. There's a little bit of a dirt spot there, but let's see, before I get into the cube, what all's in here, there's just this little sheet there's just this little sheet that they provide. Not sure if you can read that, but it says dual play modes and beads rotate 360 degrees. So yeah, they really sell the package there. So this describes how to solve the bead cube. So I'm actually not going to look at that. I'll try to do it on my own, and then we can always come back to that if we have any questions. Here's the cube itself. It is funny how it sounds whenever you shake it. I'm actually surprised that the beads aren't like tighter together. If you like shake it, there is a little bit of wobble there. But wow. Okay, yeah, so those rotate very, very smoothly and very freely there. I'm wondering if they're loose enough where they would rotate whenever you're not intentionally trying to. So if you're trying to solve the cube, if they'll just rotate on you. But we'll see whenever we try to do some solve tests later. So just move some of these around. Yeah, they all move very freely. Let's do some first turns with the actual 3x3 and see how it works. Okay. Yeah, there was a little bit of resistance at first. I'm guessing that some of the balls weren't fully lined up. Like if I move this kind of half, I don't know how well you can see that. If I move it halfway in between the thing there, yeah, it'll kind of fights to start. So I'm sure as you're going to turn, you have to make sure everything's aligned. Gotta be careful there. Yeah, like there, the reds aren't fully aligned. But then once you turn, you can go ahead and then rotate those and turn again. And now we've got some mismatches with our centers there. This is gonna be really interesting. I'm excited to try to solve this, but let's see. Yeah, so it turns pretty well. It is loud. Once you have all the ball bearings, I guess you could call it, aligned, it actually turns very smoothly. I'm not sure how fast you'll be able to solve this in terms of a 3x3, just with needing to have everything aligned. Oh, yeah, so right there I didn't even try to turn those, but just because you're moving fast, I'm not sure if the inertia gets them going. I'm gonna end up scrambling this on accident, but let's try to do a T-perm and see how that turns. Come on, last turn, you got it. All right, yeah, and oh no, I goofed. I was unsuccessful. My camera died, that's great. All right, we'll come back. I did mess up a little bit there. We have this little green guy that made his way into the white, but I don't think there's any reason not to go ahead and try to scramble this puppy up. Nope. Actually, let me try to get this back. Yeah, on the bottom there, as I'm turning, it's sneaky. I like to move around on you. Very interested to see what the strategy is going to be with solving this. All right, come on. Yeah, those balls will move on you if you're not careful. Even just doing the T-perm, I try to be careful while doing the moves, and a lot of them are moving around. I'm wondering, could I take out a piece. If I do, might have the ball bearings fly everywhere. But I almost feel like it's worth it just to see how it's designed. I'm just gonna not go ahead and do that and completely break the cube. So I feel like there's not really a whole lot to review for this. I feel like it turns pretty well. I will say, yeah, the balls do spin fairly freely, so you have to be really careful when you're turning it. But let's go ahead and just mix the cube up. So I'll just start kind of mixing it up as a 3x3, and then as we get going there, I'll start turning some of the centers. And honestly, a lot of them are kind of turning on their own already. So if I just turn this, and really, to scramble, you just have to turn one face, rotate them a little bit, and then turn again. Some of these together now. I feel like the way you can tell if it's scrambled or not is, I mean, with the 3x3 pieces, when you're moving them around, that'll get scrambled pretty quickly. But like, to ensure it's scrambled even more, you want to make sure that the ball bearings aren't lined up perfectly with that edge color. So like right here, this technically I'd say is almost like a solved edge for that red spot. For the white, it would be solved if it was like that, but we don't want to have that. So I'll just keep on going and making sure those aren't connected at all, if I can. I'll do an on-the-screen timer just to see how long it takes to solve the cube, because I'm using my phone to record, and my stack mat, I'm not sure if it'll take longer than 10 minutes to solve this. All right, I'd say that's pretty successfully scrambled. I'm just gonna take a second, adjust some of the lighting, and then let's get right into the solve, and we'll go ahead and just try to solve this thing. All right, hopefully that helps with the glare a little bit. Let's go ahead and try to solve this cube. I'm really excited to see what we can do. So I think what I'll probably just end up doing is solving it like a 3x3, and then going through and trying to get all of the beads into the correct spots. That seems like the easiest thing to do. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's just go ahead and do that. So we'll just do very basic beginner method and try to get our cross and everything. It is trippy looking at this cube, being that there's so many different colors going on. We got the cross there. Let's do some F2L. It's actually turning fairly smoothly. Yeah, once everything's aligned, it glides very well. I feel like it's not even worth adding lube to something like this, just because even if you have lube in it, the balls still have to, roll around and get into the correct spot. So I feel like you'd have more issues with the balls maybe rotating even more, which could be a problem. They don't need any more help to move. They are pretty freely spinning already. It's actually probably a good thing that they're a little bit looser. If they were too tight, when you'd go to turn, they probably wouldn't lock into place. So I feel like it's kind of a catch-22 with the system of having them looser and then tighter. I'm wondering if they had considered that when they were doing the design. I completely forgot. Oh, all right, I thought I forgot what algorithm that was. Whoa, nope, got my cross messed up there. I was like, wait a second, I shouldn't be getting parity on 3x3. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, come on. Where's it misaligned? There we go. Okay, got our PLL done here. Sorry if you're struggling to watch. All right, 3x3 stage is done. So I'm just gonna go through and try to do this one color at a time. So for each of these, I'm just gonna get the bearing. Well, I'm gonna get the ball, try to get it to the edge so when it comes down, oh, that's the yellow piece, by the way. When it comes down, it'll be right in line with the other pieces. Now if I go up, I have over half. Actually, no, I have perfectly kind of half. So all of these are free to rotate. Let me look for more. I'm gonna have to piece these together and make sure that all of these are yellow, so then I can just rotate them into place. So I'll just go down move this over, back up, and then connect that. I'll look for other pieces. We have the yellow here. Rotate this around, connect that. And then I'll just kind of move these down further so we can keep an eye on them. Some more yellows over here. Let's try to connect some of those. I'm hoping that there's no like parodies to this. That'd be horrible, because I don't know if I haven't seen any videos on this. I know there's a couple shorts that have been posted, but I don't know of any tutorials that have come through. All right, I think there's just one more yellow piece here. So with this, I'm just gonna come up with the yellow side. Come on, work for me. Where's it catching? Oh, down here. All right, up. Rotate that into place, and bang, we got the yellow side done. All right, moving on to the blue. Looks like we have a couple blocks here already. So I'll try to align these since there's already a couple there. Let's go down one at a time. This is a really cool concept. I'm really interested to see how they built this. They should do a making video or like design video for making of the MFJS 3x3 bead cube. I'd watch that. Actually rotate it out of the way, come up, rotate them inline, and there we go, we have the blue solved. If there isn't parity with this, doesn't seem like it's too difficult of a cube, it's more just tedious and sometimes difficult to get the beads aligned, but I am enjoying it, it is fun. I feel like there's definitely a lot of room for optimization of speed solving. This is gonna be like my new favorite cube. Trying to figure out how to solve it faster. All right, I think that's the rest of the red pieces. Okay, getting pretty close. All right, we're down to the last two, I guess you could call them centers, the balls. This might be difficult. We'll see how to get these moving around. Let's get some of these out of the way. All right, pretty close. Is that all the way down? Yep. Oh wait, no, I'm missing one. Wait. All right, now I'm confused. Oh no, how do I do this? Oh yeah, I do one over and boom. All right, cube is solved. That was actually, that was pretty fun. It's not extremely difficult once you get the 3x3 stage. You just have to think about the process of where to put the pieces for the correct spots. But yeah, honestly, that's a really fun cube. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure to hit those bell notifications. I'm planning on making a tutorial video, so make sure to stick around for that. Thanks and have a nice day.